everyone, Ilona Barnhart here. Welcome to Yoga with Ilona. I'm so excited. Can you tell? Today's class is all about four-limb staff pose, better known as Chaturanga, the yogi push-up. The full name is Chaturanga Dandasana, and the translation from Sanskrit into English is quite literal. So chatur meaning four, anga limb, and danda staff. So Chaturanga Dandasana, four-limb staff pose. The primary purpose of Chaturanga Dandasana is to strengthen the shoulder girdle, strengthen the core, create heat in the body, and create mobility and decompression of the spine. Awesome. If you have a block, grab it and place it off to the side. Can you tell I'm super excited? All right, you guys. See you on the mat. Let's begin by warming up the upper body, in particular the shoulder girdle. So make your way into a comfortable seat. Cross-legged Sukhasana is just fine. You're welcome to put a blanket underneath you or come into on your shins, whatever's comfortable. Finding and stacking your shoulders on top of your hips. Hands gently resting on your thighs. Inhale and long exhale. Just let it go. Inhale, this time roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, shoulders down, your back, collarbones high. One more just like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And then inhale and then exhale. Continue to cultivate this deep breath, allowing your exhales to become longer as you circle your shoulders backward. And then forward. Yeah. Inhale, lift your hands and gaze. Exhale, your hands to the horizon. Inhale, shoulders up. And then exhale, roll them down your back, collarbones high. Draw your navel in and up, activating your core. Then begin to pulse your fingertips. So creating fists, then opening, closing, opening, just like that at your own pace. And connecting with your breath once more. From here, release you can either have fists or open your hands, but then begin to make circles going forward. And making the circles gradually a little bit bigger and bigger. Going as wide as it feels good here. And then pausing on top and then reversing. So smaller circles to begin with towards the back and gradually making the circles wider. You got it. And gently release your hands. Give them a little cross. Yeah, it's kind of good. Actually, yeah. Send your left hand across your body. Right here. Inhale, center, and then exhale, reverse it. All right. Well, that should do it. You guys like this thing that I have? I got it from Austin, Texas. I think it was like September, October last time I was there, but I think it's gonna get in the way, so it has to go for now. Yeah. All right. From here, let's get into, ooh, little poppy pop. Let's get into tabletop. So tuck your toes, wrists underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes, pressing to the finger pads and drawing your belly towards the ground as you send your gaze and tail up. Exhale, press the ground away from you, coiling in your chest. Inhale, float up for cow. And exhale, cat. Creating space between each vertebra. Inhale to a flat back. Tuck your toes and send your hips high, downward facing dog. Few breaths here, bending into one knee and then the other. Bending into your knees and then sending your hips high. And then one more time, bend your knees and then send them high. Inhale, float to high plank, top of a push-up. So ankles on top of your toes, pressing the earth, doming through your spine here, lengthening through your sit bones, drawing your navel up and in, active core. For Chaturanga Dandasana, inhale, shift forward, exhale, halfway hover, elbows at a 49 or 90 degrees, here lifting through your crown. Inhale for cobra or upward facing, exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. So that's the first round of Chaturanga Dandasana, and the way that I learned to do it correctly, or the way that it's in best alignment and best support for the shoulders, is to place a block. And basically, what you're going to do is line up from plank pose here, and then actually come all the way down, resting your chest bone on the block, and then begin to press up just a little bit. And there you have your Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to release, and exhale, hips come high. Oftentimes what happens in Chaturanga is that individuals dump too low and the integrity of the shoulder is questioned. One way that you could do that you know that you are in Chaturanga Dandasana is if your hand is in a 90-degree angle, but sometimes it's difficult to see. So oftentimes the block really shows you the strength and stamina that's needed to actually perform Chaturanga Dandasana in the most supportive way possible. It's quite a challenging pose. If for some reason you're not feeling like you're doing it necessarily to the best of your ability, option here to bring your knees down towards the ground. So plank pose, knees down, shifting forward with the chest, and then make your way down. Touch your chest towards your block, elbows in, press up, and this is your Chaturanga, relaxing your neck, shoulders away from your ears, and then moving into cobra, maybe upward facing, and then downward facing dog. Yeah, so there you have it, folks. Chaturanga Dandasana with the support of the block. So I'll do that one more time, show you different variations, and then show you some common misalignments. That one common misalignment that I see that if you notice that you're doing, I would highly suggest that you put your knees down until the strength builds in your arms to hold yourself. Oh yeah, variations, here you go. These are fun. Shifting forward, so elbows hug the side body, moving forward, and then knees come down. All right, so the other variation is shifting forward, elbows hug the side body, 90 degrees here. So that's one variation. The other variation is forearms on the ground. Well, this kind of like reminds me of a forearm plank, igniting the core. And then the other option is that also generates a lot of heat and adds a little bit of an added challenge, if you're into that sort of thing, is to lift one leg up. Other variation is from three-legged plank. Got that? Yes, common misalignments. So this is what I most commonly see, and this is something that I was doing for quite a bit without being aware of it until I did it in teacher training with a block, and I was like, whoa, what a big difference. Bringing awareness to the fact that I didn't have a 90-degree angle. So this is a lot more common than probably people like to admit or anything like that, but being more aware of that allowed me to really work on that form and on my Chaturanga, so I became a lot more purposeful and intentional when I actually did them. So it just transformed my whole entire practice from there. So it's sometimes as simple as bringing awareness, bringing a different perspective. So you could take a video of yourself, you could have somebody take a picture of you, you could use a block, anything that will help you to see how the pose is being expressed in your body at the time, and noticing where you can support yourself the most for success. Support yourself for success, or where you can create some shifts to have the outcome that you desire. All right, so the thing that I see, which I'm kind of scared to do because bad form or misalignments definitely hurt. But definitely, typically what I see is just a lot of dumping, right? So coming really low for Chaturanga. So that is a very common misalignment, is just that dumping. So you're losing that engagement. There's a lot of pressure then on the shoulder griddle, and a lot more support is when you actually are engaging your muscles. So here, that engagement compared to here, which really hurts. All right. So that's one of the major things that I see is just the shoulders sagging really close to the ground, which also, now that I'm feeling it really dump into the wrist too. So it really crunches the lower back. You're dumping into your shoulder, or right there in that pose, I was dumping into my shoulders, dumping into my lower back, dumping into my wrist. So all of that just does not feel good at all. And moving through a vinyasa flow like that quickly without having good form could do a lot more damage than good. So I would highly encourage you to share this tidbit with anyone that does yoga and might benefit from exploring Chaturanga or becoming self-aware about how Chaturanga is expressed in their bodies and where they could use some support. So, because we could always strive to do better or improve. All right, guys, like I said, if this was helpful, leave me a comment and share the good news. Till next time, ciao.